Bro Wild asks, thank you for $2. Bro Wild, what's better in your opinion, hunting or fishing? I mean, here's the thing. Hunting, when you are successful at hunting, the next thing you have to do is drag a great big frickin' animal out of the woods. Like, assuming you're hunting, like if you're hunting squirrels, that's like different. But, you know, you're hunting like a deer, for example. Deer hunting is real popular here in the U.S. Man, you're going to be, you know, dressing a deer. You know, you got all this meat. Then you got to eat a whole frickin' deer. And you know, I get it. Like, if I was starving, I'd be glad to have venison. But, like, I'm not. And so, like, I'm not, like, actually that big a fan of venison. I'm sorry. So, like, but fishing, well, you could spend all day fishing and not catch a thing. Just chilling out, you know, by the water. And, you know, maybe you catch a fish, maybe you don't. Catch a fish, maybe you throw it back, maybe you don't. Either way, you're going to have a good day. So I got to say, between hunting, you're going to be sitting in a blind, right? You're going to be sitting up in a tree stand. You're going to be like just sitting there, trying not to move, trying not to make a sound, waiting for the deer to walk by. You'd be there all freaking day, not see a single deer. You're not going to be just chilling out, smoking, drinking a beer, whatever. Probably. You wouldn't want to give away your position. They might know. They might tell. But it's fishing. Well, you still don't want to, like, scare the fish, but I don't know. Blunty, I know you prefer fishing, right? You're a fisher. You ever been hunting?
Once. Hunting's just not interesting to me. Around here, I mean, I've eaten a ton of venison because all my neighbors hunt, and every time a neighbor kills a deer, everybody in the neighborhood eats a bunch of venison. So
sure. I mean, I wouldn't turn down venison if my neighbor said, "Hey, I killed a deer. How's some venison?" I would graciously accept it, and I would find the best way to eat it. I wouldn't order it in a restaurant.
The difference that I'll say for me is fishing feels more skill-based. Once you know where to shoot the deer or the animal, and once you know how to be hidden from it, it kind of feels like you're either going to see it or not based on its pattern. Maybe you can do calls or scents, right? Mm-hmm. But like fish is like, okay, I can try all these different lures, types, baits, positions, times a day, temperatures. Like, it feels like it's much more malleable to skill. And I feel like I can draw more out of it because of my skill. In these cases. Like, I'm not catching this, I can catch this, but I can't just transition to hunt a turkey if I'm hunting a deer, you know?
That's interesting. No, just by the seasons alone, you couldn't just switch from turkey to deer. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's hunters who would say, no, you just lack the skill, you know? But, like, then you got situations where you're not so much like hunting for skill. You're more farming you're harvesting the animal, like people who put out deer feeders, you know. And I don't have anything like morally against it, but I think if you've got a blind set up, and you know you've got a corn feeder out, and the deer just come there, and then you know a few times a year you just go to the blind and you just shoot it. That's a marksmanship exercise more than it is a hunting exercise. So yeah. I don't know about skill. I'm not good at either of those things. I have very little experience with them. But if I had to pick the choice between, well, I might like hiking around in the woods all day and not bringing home an animal better than sitting on a boat all day. I don't love the water. I like hiking around in the woods. Can we just go hiking and like pretend we're hunting? Yeah. Anyway, there's your answer. Probably more of an answer than you wanted.